Hi guys, so I just wanted to pop on and do this video to let you guys know where I've been, because I think the last video that I uploaded and posted was on Thursday last week. And I generally try my best to upload a new video every day. It doesn't always happen, depending on what my schedule is or what's happening with my health. But I have not been feeling well. I have been in a lot of pain. So, like I said, I uploaded my last video on Thursday where I did that throwback Thursday. And Thursday, what happened Thursday? I was off Thursday, which is why I was able to record that and upload that. Friday, I worked, and this was my third day working, taking care of both of the kids. So I've always generally looked after Margaret, who's 4 years old, so she's a lot easier to take care of because I don't have to lift her up. You know, she's more independent and things like that. Over the last few months, a lot of times her mother and I will switch, and I will take her baby sister Annie, and her mom would sometimes, you know, go and do something with Margaret, which has worked out okay for the most part. But I noticed that ever since I've been weaning off of the methotrexate, each week my joint pain has been creeping up. So even before I started taking care of both Margaret and Annie, even when I would just take care of Annie for a day, it wasn't that bad because she naps in the morning for about an hour and then naps about 2 hours in the afternoon. But during the times that she's awake, like, there's a lot of lifting. And so that was aggravating my joints more. And that's why the doctors recommended that I get the, what's it called? Elbow brace. And I did that. I got it. And they said that I didn't have to wear it all the time, but mainly just at work when I knew I was going to be doing a lot of lifting. And so I did that, but I actually found that the elbow brace was making my elbow pain worse and not better, which is weird. I don't know if I was wearing it incorrectly. I followed the instructions that came with it, and I even watched videos on YouTube on how to put it on, and I thought I had it on correctly. But I was finding it was causing more pain than alleviating the pain, so I kind of gave up on wearing it. But anyways, last week was my second week of watching Margaret and her sister together because, as I mentioned, her mom's been on maternity leave because of Annie. Like here in Canada, you get a year's maternity leave. So her mom goes back to work in July. So originally I was going to start watching both girls come July when she returns back to work. But she kind of realized she has a lot of stuff that she needs to do before she returns to work. So she asked if I could start watching both girls now. So I agreed to that. As hard as it was, I originally was going to tell her what was going on with me weaning off medication and all that stuff, and that I was dealing with joint pain, and that right now it wasn't a good time, but I was afraid that it was going to make her think I was incapable of doing it come July, and I didn't want to lose my job. So I was like, I did it. I said, I'll do it. So anyways, yeah, I'm finding that the day after I work, I basically can't do much because I'm recuperating from the day of work. So Wednesday I worked. Wednesday morning was okay. It wasn't too bad on Wednesday morning because Annie, I put her down for her nap as soon as I got there. So then Margaret and I played for about an hour. Then I got Annie up and we all went to the library, which was nice. So that was okay. The morning was pretty laid back, pretty good, but I'm finding that like come lunchtime is when things get a little bit crazy for me. And so lunchtime, because I'm preparing basically 3 different lunches because Annie's, you know, on baby food, Margaret has her lunch, and then I generally bring my lunch, but sometimes I'll bring something like a can of soup or something like that that I have to heat up like there. So I am all over the place, like trying to get all these meals ready and served. And then, you know, like, then when lunch is done, I have to clean up everything, load the dishwasher, clean the tables, you know, just basically clean up from lunchtime. And I find that has been a real struggle because of my breathing. That's when, because I'm moving around a lot, I find that I'm getting very winded very quickly, and so I'm struggling to breathe, and I'm working hard to try to breathe properly. So then I start sweating and getting hot, and then my joints start to act up around that time. Like, I'm still trying to figure out the balance. I'm trying to figure out with my joint pain, like how much movement and activity is too much or how much is just right. Because I do find that I find that sometimes, like when I wake up in the morning, if I'm stiff and I'm having some pain in the morning, once I'm up and moving around and I get myself moving and the joints moving, the stiffness does go away. The pain does alleviate for a while. But then it gets to a point where I've been moving around so much that then I start to get pain again from too much. So I'm trying to figure out the balance of like how much is too much, if that makes any sense. Like, it's really confusing to me because I know that it's not good for me to not move my joints at all, because that does make them worse, I find. So, you know, getting up and moving, you know, doing some walking, some light kind of exercise, I guess you could say, like, you know, walking, stretching, that helps to a certain extent. Then if I overdo it, then it counteracts and I'm in more pain. So I haven't quite figured out what that balance is. So Wednesday, you know, as soon as I sat down to give Annie her afternoon bottle before her nap, I was able to kind of catch my breath, but I was sweating and hot, and once I sat down, because I think also too, when I'm moving around and doing stuff, I'm a little bit distracted, so I'm not 100% focused on the pain that I'm feeling, so I kind of can, you know, ignore it a little bit. But once I sat down to give her bottle, like, oh, then I just could feel it. I could feel it in my body. Like, the pain was bad, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, like, so then when she's napping, you know, Margaret and I, that's when I kind of try to relax a little bit. So I generally will have some activities planned for me to do with Margaret in the afternoon, and I try to plan some sit down at the table kind of activities like crafts or worksheets, or, you know, things like playing with Play-Doh, or, you know, stuff that I can just sit and kind of rest. And that's not too bad at that point. But then once Annie wakes up, then it's trying to entertain both girls, who, you know, Margaret's 4, Annie is 10 months. So it's really, really been a challenge to try to keep both of them occupied and give them equal attention. I've never had to do this before. Like, I've worked in daycares, but usually when you're working in a daycare room, it's all the same age in the room, so it's easier because they're all at the same level, so you can do the same kind of activities with all of them. But I've never had to take care of 2 kids that are, you know, such varying ages. And so I'm having a really hard time trying to figure out how to keep them both entertained. You know, like Margaret kind of gets frustrated if there's certain activities that we can't do when Annie's awake, because, you know, Annie will get into these things, and vice versa. Like, if I'm kind of focusing on Margaret, you know, Annie's okay for a little while playing with some of her baby toys, but then she wants attention. So that's, you know, where it gets crazy again. So when I came home Wednesday night, I was exhausted. I was in a ton of pain. And so Thursday, I just pretty much did my Throwback Thursday video. And that was it. I could not get any chores done. I was done. I slept like most of the morning. And the afternoon, I was just in so much pain that I didn't even want to move. And when I did try to move around to see if that would help, it didn't really help. I had that thing on the bottom of my foot. It's like this, I think it's some kind of a swelling that I get in the bottom of my foot when everything else is kind of inflamed in my body. I get this inflammation on the bottom of my foot, and it feels like I'm walking on a big ball. And so that's like a deterrent for me. Like, I try to get up and walk and move my other joints, but it is so painful to walk on that foot when it's like that, that I'm like, I can't. Like, I do it for a little bit and then I have to sit down again. So that was Thursday. Thursday was recuperating so that I could get through Friday. Friday was even crazier. And again, my breathing, when I have the 2 of them, I'm constantly moving and up and down and lifting Annie. And Annie's like at this stage where one minute she wants you to hold her, and then the next minute she wants down. So it's like up, down, up, down, up, down. And I'm having a really, really hard time with it. And so again, come Friday night, I was just done. I was exhausted. I was in tons of pain. And I pretty much the whole weekend, like, I really didn't do anything all weekend, guys. I just could not function. I don't know. So it's been a frustrating few days, to say the least. And I only have 2 more weeks of methotrexate, and then I'm off of it. So, like, even just now holding this camera like this, my thumb is like killing me. So I won't make this video much longer, but yeah, it's been really, really hard. So anyways, that's what's happening. And I just haven't been in the best of spirits because of it. So, and have been really concerned about come July, because in July, I won't be working 2 days a week anymore. I'll be working 3 days a week, taking care of both Annie and Margaret. And I am very, very worried about how I am going to manage that. So, I don't know. I don't know. The extra pay is nice, but I don't know how I'm going to manage that. But Thursday, I go to the lupus clinic, so I am hoping, fingers crossed, praying, all that good stuff. I'm hoping they will have a new medication to start me on that can help the pain. So I don't know what other options we have. I know they were kind of talking about maybe putting me back on Cellcept. But I've done my reading on Cellcept, and it isn't really considered something that helps joint pain and lupus. It's more for if you have, like kidney involvement, or if you have other organs being attacked in your body, it kind of helps protect the organs. But from what I've read, it doesn't seem to do much for joint pain. And the last time I was on it was because I had kidney involvement. And that's why they put me on it, was because of my kidneys, not because of my joint pain. I was on prednisone at that time for the joint pain. So I don't know what they're planning to do. But we'll see what happens on Thursday. I just hope they can get me on some kind of new treatment that will hopefully take effect before July so that I can function a little bit better. So I apologize for the videos being not so consistent. I'm really going to try to get on top of that, but I definitely today am going to work on the lupus compilation video, because you guys have been awesome sending me pictures all this month, and some of you did videos, and I'm going to include little snippets of some of your videos as well. So I just thank you so much, guys, for participating. So I'm going to be putting that together today to get up tomorrow, because tomorrow is the last day of May. So that ends Lupus Awareness Month. And that brings me to, I did not finish my Lupus Reborn. The Reborn that's supposed to be auctioned off for Lupus. I did not get that finished this month. I finally set up my painting table the other day. So everything's ready for me to start painting her. So I'm hoping to get her done in the next couple of weeks and get her up on eBay. So it'll be a late fundraiser for Lupus, but it'll be a fundraiser for Lupus anyway. I've been working on her for, I don't know, over a year on and off. For those that don't know, Brenda, who works at McPherson's, she donated a reborn kit to me to paint and reborn and do a charity auction for it. And so all the proceeds from this doll is going to go to Lupus. Well, I have been dealing with so many health problems over the last year, or maybe it's even been almost 2 years at this point. I'm thinking it's been almost 2 years, guys. Yeah. So I feel bad that it's taking me this long, but honestly, like, I just have not been up to painting very much in the last couple of years, just because of the way I've been feeling with my health, and not just lupus symptoms, but Also, like, just as you know, like I was catching colds and flus and just all kinds of stuff over the last couple of years. So it's been really difficult for me to sit at a table and paint and all that stuff. But I'm hoping to get it done, hoping over the next couple of weeks. So we'll get that auction up there. Also, I know that my friend Paula had said that she had some kind of a reborn giveaway, not a reborn doll, but like I think she put together some kind of a lupus awareness outfit for reborns that she was going to give to me to do a giveaway for Lupus Awareness Month on my channel. Well, things have been going on in her life, so we haven't been able to get together at all this month. So she hasn't been able to get that prize to me. So hopefully I'll be able to see her soon, and she'll be able to give me that prize. So there might be a giveaway coming in the next few weeks for Lupus Awareness Month, but it you know, Lupus Awareness Month will be over by then, but it's okay. It's all right. We'll get it done. Paula deals with a lot of health issues as well, so I get it. So I think that's pretty much all that I wanted to talk about. So the virtual walk, I've raised about $211 so far. My goal is $1,000, and I believe they've extended it, so we now have until August to collect donations for the virtual walk. So I will continue to put that link in the description of my videos so that you guys can go and sponsor me. I believe you can just do it with credit card, and the money goes directly to Lupus Ontario. It's not a thing where like I'm collecting all the money and giving it to them. It's a website that's set up from the Lupus Foundation. So all the money goes directly to Lupus Ontario. So please don't forget to check that link in the description below and sponsor me. Like I said before, I have 36,000 subscribers or so. And I mean, if all of you guys donated just $1 each, that would be like $36,000 for lupus research, which would be awesome because we definitely need new treatments. There's only one medication out that's specifically made for lupus only. All of the other medications are borrowed from other diseases. So I believe there's another drug in the works for lupus, but it's not near ready. So we definitely need the funds because lupus just does not get the attention that other illnesses get. It does not get the kind of funding other illnesses get. So, you know, so many other diseases and illnesses out there have so many new treatments becoming available for them, but we have only had one in about 50 years. So we definitely need more treatment options because no two lupus patients are the same. So, you know, everyone needs something different. And definitely the way I've been feeling lately, I would really appreciate a new treatment option. That would be awesome. Or a cure. An actual cure would be great to never have to deal with it ever again. So, yeah, so make sure you check that link in the description below and sponsor me, and stay tuned tomorrow. I will have the lupus awareness video up with all of your contributions. So thank you so much for taking part in Lupus Awareness Month, and all your photos and videos have been awesome to see. And I guess that's it. Oh, wait, one more thing, guys, that I wanted to mention, and I don't know if I should do this in a separate video or not, but I'll mention it now. I might mention it again in another video, but I just wanted to talk about Facebook really quick. So a lot of people have been requesting to be friends with me on Facebook, and I just wanted to say that unless I really know you well, that we talk outside of YouTube, or we've met each other in person, I will not be adding you to my friend list on Facebook. I'm really trying to keep my personal Facebook profile, personal. It is for close friends and family only. And I have a Facebook page. It's called Life with Krystle, and you can follow that page, and you can, post comments and messages there. But I will not be accepting any friend requests on my Krystle A profile, because unless, like I said, unless I know you really, really well and I consider you a close friend, or if you're a family member, I won't be friending you, just because I do have things on my Facebook page that I would like to keep private. And also just, I want things more personal with the people on there. I want people that really mean something to me, that are really close to me, to be on my Facebook. And so with that said, I actually did go through and remove a lot of people from my friend list. And I know some people were kind of upset when I did that. And I just want to say, like, please do not take it personally. It's nothing against you guys, but I had a lot of people on my friend list that honestly, like, we didn't talk. Other than occasionally they may have commented on something I posted, but a lot of them I didn't even really know who they were. I didn't know how we became friends. Yeah, some people, I think we just became friends because we had mutual friends. Some people I don't even recall ever meeting in person before. So I really wanted to keep kind of like a close-knit thing on my personal page. Just people that I feel I know well, who I've met in person, or family members, and that stuff. So I apologize to anyone that was upset that I unfriended them. It wasn't anything against you. It wasn't that, I didn't like you or whatever. It's just, I really wanted to keep my Facebook, for personal reasons. I hope that makes sense what I'm saying. But yeah, so you can still follow me on my Facebook page. That's Life with Krystle. I believe I link it in the description below and all that stuff. So yeah, don't hesitate to follow me there and whatnot, or on Instagram or things like that. But Facebook, I have my own personal page that's for close friends and family. So please just respect that. And yeah, so if I decline your friend request, that is why. And even if it's like people that I've seen comment on my videos and stuff, again, if we don't have some kind of friendship outside of the comments, I'm just not gonna friend you, because there are things that I want to keep private, things that I don't really share on here and stuff like that. So anyways, guys, that's all I wanted to say about the Facebook stuff, and just give you an update. And my arm is ready to fall off from holding this camera, so I'm gonna end this video here. And thanks so much again, guys. We'll see you next time. Bye.